Hello everyone, how are we? My name is Luke and I'm from PHOREST Salon Software. Today we're going to talk to you about how to maximize both your online and offline customer experience to provide amazing customer experience within your salon. But before we get started, I just want to say it's an absolute honor to be here today. We're actually launching PHOREST Salon Software into the market, into Dubai for the very first time. It's the first time I've been over here and I have to say it's amazing to be here. I'm from Ireland, but it's very, very warm, as everyone will know. It's very hard to cope with the weather. But I'm really, really excited to be here. But before we get started, who has heard of PHOREST Salon Software? Has anyone heard it before? Orla works here, so I'm not going to take that. But what we'll do is we'll run through just a couple of quick high points on what PHOREST Salon Software is, and then we'll get into how do you actually maximize your online and offline experience then to create an unbelievable experience then for your clients. So PHOREST Salon Software, we were established 18 years ago in Dublin in Ireland. It was actually founded in, well, the idea behind PHOREST came in a Dublin salon, a Dublin hair salon in the financial centre in Dublin. This is our CEO, Ronan Percival. What he found at that time was that there was a massive problem in the industry for no-shows. And we know this is still a problem today as well. Especially post-COVID, we know that any no-show can really devastate the industry. What Ronan did at that time was create a simple tool that would send an automatic message out to the clients before their appointment to make sure that they're reminded of it, which meant that they cut down on no-shows. That was 18 years ago, and now today we have a fully fledged all-in-one product that manages not just the salon's appointment book, it helps them with managing their staff, helps them with staff performance, helps them with marketing, the retention, helps them with product sales. It's an all-in-one solution that helps salons all the way through their journey as well. We were founded in 2003. We're a massively client-centric company. You'll see that from our website. You'll see everything that we do. All of our values are around clients, making our clients more successful, making them more money as well, which is obviously what we want salons to do. Increase their retention and then grow their average bill as well. And we are at the moment the global leader in premium salons for marketing. Currently, we've got about 8,000 salons worldwide. We're in the UK, we're in Ireland, we're in the US, we're in Australia. We're also in Germany, Finland as well. Now we're launching into Dubai, which is, again, I'm very, very excited for that. As you can see, though, over the last few months, even though we haven't fully launched into Dubai, you can see we've captured some amazing salons actually in Dubai already. We've captured Tower Row Salon, we've got Beauty Spot. We've also working very, very closely with Bedashing as well. So I'm excited for that to grow further and further now over the next kind of coming months when we start to fully launch into it. You will see then as well, we've got a huge array of salons. We've got salons who are multi-chains, like massive powerhouses in the industry, like Dermalogica. We've got Clarins in the UK, who have over 300 locations with us. We've got Ferber, we've got Dietz, which are massive locations in the DACH region, and Luxembourg and Germany. And then we've got some real powerhouses in the US. These are, as we know, in the US, they're single-site salons, but they're massive, massive salons, like Dino Palmieri, Joseph Anthony, and Cole Salon as well. And we'll touch into a few of these more as we progress then through the talk then today as well. But what we're all about really with PHOREST Salon Software is creating the ultimate experience both online and in salon. Our job is to make it that it's as easy as possible for salons to run their business and give you back the time that you really want to do what you do really, really well. So we will take all the business elements away from you, we'll help you with all the stock control, we'll help you grow your client base. What we want you to be able to do is have as much time as possible to really, really do what you enjoy doing. And to get into the customer journey, typically a customer journey can look as complex or as simple as you like, really. I've put it into 4 different stages. These are the 4 stages that PHOREST Salon Software can help you with. The first one is attract. This is how do we attract new clients, okay? This is something that we see salons focused on all the time. How do I get new clients, more and more new clients? And sometimes salons spend too much time here. And if you're spending so much time in creating getting new clients, sometimes you skip the retention part. And I mean, the more new clients you put into a bucket, you're losing them at the opposite end as well. So we'll talk about how do you do that. The second part is service. Now, with PHOREST, our job is to make sure that we have provided you with the tools then to give you the time back to provide that 5-star service that you already provide, okay? That's our job, is to make sure that you have that time. The retain and grow part, then this is where when you have a client in the salon What we want to do is to make sure that you've retained the client, but also then you're actually growing their average bill. You're making sure that they're adopting to multiple different services, that they're buying products as well. And this is the area for a PHOREST that we're most passionate about. Every tool that we build is related to this. It's related to retain and grow. And the last one is evaluation. And it's the last stage of any real cycle like that, evaluation, as in making sure when we've gone through all the cycles, we're looking at what has worked and what hasn't worked then as well. We can look at every stage and see, are we struggling with new clients? Are we struggling with existing clients? Is it product sales that we haven't really nailed? Are we struggling with rebooking rates? Is it in one branch? Is it in two? So that's the part that it's not the most exciting part, you know, as in the industry we're more creative minded, but we give you the tools then to make sure that you're on top of your business to make sure you know exactly what's happening. The first one is attract, okay? The one that we focus on when we come to attract is making sure that you have the best online reputation that you can out there. I've put some stats here. Now I have to make a massive confession. Now don't judge me. I don't have Instagram or Facebook, okay? I know I should. I know I'm saying it out loud now and it makes sense, I really should, but I don't. But the idea is, not the idea, but the true fact is all of your clients are online. That's where they're finding you. That's where they're really seeing your business, and this is where your online reputation really matters. So I'll read out some of these and we'll maybe go into one or two in more detail and just see, does it resonate a little bit with you? So the first one, 80% of people, I have to read it, sorry, there's a lot of text in it. 80% of people that have received advice via social media regarding, 80% of people state that they have received advice via social media regarding a product or service that they use. 83% of people no longer trust advertising, but most trust recommendations from users online. 86% of people would pay for more services from a company with a higher rating and review. 70% of complaining customers will do business with you again if you've resolved it, and we know that happens. Like sometimes when we make complaints about companies, if they resolve it in the right way, that actually means that we probably will do business with them again. 41% of companies have experienced, 41% of companies that experience a negative reputation reported a loss of brand value and revenue. And the last one, this is the one that I think is probably best for our industry, is 70% of people checked out a business online after somebody recommended it to them, okay? So have a little think about that. 10 years ago, when we were actually, someone would recommend like a restaurant or a bar or a hotel to you, you'd probably go there based off their recommendations. You know, we would. But the online has changed so much now that automatically when somebody actually gives you a recommendation for a bar, the first thing you'll do, or go to a restaurant, is open up your phone, Google it, and if it's got a bad rating, you're probably not going to go. So what's kind of happened now is that we start to trust online reviews actually more than recommendations by friends and family, okay? It's just an automatic thing right now. So this is what we focus on with PHOREST. What we want to do is make sure you've built up the best online reputation that you can. And what we do in PHOREST is we have a tool called Online Reputation Manager. When your client comes into the salon, what we want them to do is receive an automatic text message and email to their phone to allow them to rate your service, okay? Every time that person rates your service 5 stars, their review will be copied and then posted onto Google for you. So it means that you're capturing all these amazing reviews that you have in your salon, and we're posting them online for you as well, okay? So essentially what we're doing is supercharging your Google reviews. Our whole goal is to make sure that if you're providing a 5-star service in your salon, that your online reputation is really mimicking that online. This is George. George is, a lot of people might have known him, he's quite an influential salon in the US. He owns a salon called 6 Salon. It's a multi-site interco salon in Michigan. He averages about 2,000 visits per week, but right now he's got over 1,000 Google reviews. And he's got a 4.9 rating. Before he came to PHOREST, he only had 10 Google reviews per location. But by using this tool, it boosts his online reputation and means that when somebody is Googling him online or Googling salons in Michigan, or if they Google salons in Dubai, you're going to show way up those rankings and make sure then that your offline reputation is matching your online. What George has seen is that from managing his online reputation through PHOREST, he has now generated an extra $20,000 per month through his business, okay? It means he becomes less reliant on constantly chasing new clients because he already has this online reputation. Now we have the client, okay? So what I want to do is take down the journey of what that client might look like. Now that we have the client, we need to make it as easy as possible for that client then to book online, Okay, and the best way to do that is to provide online bookings through your website. Okay, this is something we massively do with PHOREST. We've done it across multiple different regions. But if you think, how many times have you maybe gone to, wanted to book a restaurant, and when they just have the phone number, you mightn't actually call and you might go somewhere else because the booking experience actually isn't as easy as it should be. So what we try to do at PHOREST is make that as easy as possible for you to make, for your clients then to make that booking. There's 9 different tips here as well. I won't read them out. I think this is your, I can see people with their phones. Maybe take the phones up. You can take a couple of images of it. But a couple of tips then to run through. The first one is if you do have your phone number on your website, update the voicemail to make sure that whenever time that phone rings out, that we're constantly pushing people to the online side as well. We know the clients are on social media. We know they're everywhere. Use your social cover photos then as well to make sure you're promoting that at all times. Promote your in the salon. Make sure you have, like our clients are sitting in front of the mirror all day long. Make sure you have the sticker to promote then your online bookings, or an app that you might have then as well. You can do things like do things with PHOREST where if a client, we know rebookings are very, very important within the industry. We know when somebody comes and finishes their service, we want to get them rebooked in straight away. That's the main goal. But if they don't, make sure we're constantly advising them to go online for the next appointment. Add it into your social media content, add it into any direct content that you're sending out as well. Make sure that URL is absolutely everywhere. I know I can see everyone taking a photo, so I'll move on from here. These are some key stats. What I want to show here is that just because we offer a great experience for our customers to book online, we'll make a better customer experience, but there's more impact that online bookings will have for you as a business. The first one is that if somebody books online, they're 54%, they have a 54% lower no-show rate, okay? So what that will do is that will decrease your no-shows by 54% if somebody books online. The next one is that when we looked at this globally, we looked at every region. We looked at the US, we looked at UK, Ireland, we looked across Europe, and we found that 50% of all bookings that are made are actually made outside of booking hours. So if we haven't given the ability to clients to book online 24/7, we're missing that business, and they're just going to move and go to somewhere else. One stat that kind of really did blow me away, and I really didn't think that this was the case, is that in 2020, when we did the same research and we looked across all of our salons, our 8,000 salons, we found that salons who give the ability to book online get 14% more clients than people who don't give that ability. And if you think about that, you take a step back, that actually makes a lot of sense. If you're a new client going to a salon, you're less likely to call the salon or text the salon or WhatsApp the salon. You want the experience to be easy. You don't maybe essentially want to interact with somebody. You want to book that online. As the relationship might increase over time, then they might be more inclined to just email or send a text message to you as well. So it's key to give that ability for somebody to book online. And you'll see from here, you keep shares full. There's less wasted calendar space. You can take bookings 24/7, and we know we'll get more clients from it as well. Now that the client has booked, we're offering the ability for a client to book online. Again, I know I made that big confession that I don't have Instagram or Facebook, but your clients are there. So it's really, really important to make sure we're maximizing all platforms. So if you have Instagram pages, if you've got Facebook, make sure we've got booking links across all. With PHOREST, we have an integration with Instagram, which basically means we can give you the ability for your clients to book through Instagram. There's only a few providers that can do that, but we're one of them. Facebook, you can do it yourself. You can add a book now button to your Facebook page. But if you do want it with Instagram, come and talk to us. I think we're at stand G13. G13, yeah. Thanks, Ronnie. So come and talk to us and we'll tell you how to do that. What we've done as well, now this is camera time. I can see the camera with the phones. So we just lift them up and we'll take a quick photo. This is what we've created is an online health calculator. What we've done is that on our website, if you go onto our website, there's a questionnaire. What you can do is answer some questions around these key 4 pillars, which is online marketing, social media, online reputation, and the salon website. What that will do will give you a rating across all those channels. It's a downloadable PDF, and it'll give you tips and tricks on how to actually increase your online health as well. So check that out. It's really, really powerful. And it gives you a real honest view on what you're doing and maybe what you're not doing right. So now we've attracted the client, okay? So let's go back to the start. What we've done is we've created an unbelievable online reputation. So when a client Googles us or they come online, they can see that the service that we offer, they see all the reviews that we have, and they're interested. We've given them the ability to book online now and made it so easy for them to do so. Now they're coming to the salon. And this is where everyone will have, you're already doing an amazing service with this, so we're just here to help you with different tools to make it a little bit easier. But the first thing that we would offer as a company is consultation forms. We know now that as a client, when you arrive into the salon, the last thing you really want to do is to be handed a 16-page consultation form to fill out at reception. And we know now, because of what's happened with COVID, we have to keep the whole reception area clear. We can't have many people congregating around there. We also know that data for people is becoming so important. We know that people are so, they want to know how we're storing their data. They want to know it's stored in a right way as well. With PHOREST, we offer digital consultations. What that means is that we've got partnerships with all the biggest brands in the world who've uploaded their consultation forms onto our platform, and you have the ability to store them digitally, and you can actually pre-send them to the client before. So just to create that ultimate customer experience that your clients can actually fill out the consultation form before they get there. And when they arrive, it actually means they can just relax through the whole service as well, okay? I'll just talk about this lady here. This is China Wong. So China Wong is a US salon. She's been featured in the New York Times multiple times. She is a top 100 Elle magazine salon. She's been in the top 200 for the last 10 years. She used our consultation forms throughout her business, and it's something I think we can grab some information for. She uses the consultation forms, if you're a hair salon, she uses it really to map out what that color journey for a client would look like. We know how disappointing it can be sometimes when we're dealing with a client, and if they're expecting massive results in that one sitting, when it's not achievable. So what we can do with the consultation forms is really map out what that client journey looks like. And it sets the right expectations with the client, and then again, sets the right expectations. Sorry, it increases what the customer experience will look like. She also uses it for product recommendations. We know that we know there is a problem in the industry, really, with product sales. We know it's quite difficult to increase our product sales. What we can do with the consultation forms is ask the right questions about daily routines to make sure that we're really capturing the right information, and then we can recommend the right products at the right time to them, rather than at the end of the service trying to say, this is the product I use. You can have that as part of the whole journey. And the final piece as well, which I think we could definitely take away from it, is that we can use these consultation forms then to have specific consultation forms just for new clients, because we really want to capture what our new clients are saying compared to what the existing clients are saying. What we also want to know is that what is our client saying about new staff? If we're bringing a new staff member in, is it going to hamper our retention rates, our rebooking rates? We want to know exactly how new staff are performing as well. I think this would be key. So if there is a takeaway, and even if you're not using digital consultation forms right now, have a think about your consultation process and really think about, is it a tick box exercise, or can we build more things into it to make sure we're capturing these customer experience elements of it as well? We have checkout, okay? If you go back and we know the client has just experienced, if they filled out the consultation forms, they've had an amazing service, now it's time to check them out. With PHOREST, what we allow you to do is we build an app called PHOREST Go. This is an app that will be in the hands of all of your staff members. It gives them the ability then at the chair to have that conversation about products, to add the product to the bill and check them out while they're actually in the chair. Again, what that means is that it's a seamless checkout experience then for your client. It takes the hassle of going up to the reception desk and having that conversation with the receptionist as well. And the less touch points you have in that customer journey, the more you can manage as well. So again, I'm going to keep throwing the stand number out just so you can come over. It's G13 as well. We're just in Hall 7, is it? It's Hall 7. And now staff performance. Is anyone in the room, do they manage staff in a salon? Want to just throw up a hand? Well, we'll go run through this, okay? What staff performance is, we've built a tool in our PHOREST Go app, which gives you the ability to set goals, set targets for your staff members. We know in the industry, it's been quite difficult to keep on top of targets and keep on top of goals. So what we do is we give you the ability on the mobile phone for your staff member to check how close they are to target, what are their goals this month, compared with last month, compared to this month, see how close they are to their target, but also compare them with other staff members. What it does is it helps us create this high-performance team within the salon, which we know that people want to be a part of, which will only help with our retention rates then in the salon as well. Other key areas that this will do is, obviously, there's motivation. If we're close to a certain goal, we will prompt that staff member to show them how close they are to it. We will obviously get more productivity from the employee. We will increase the staff retention because staff want to be a part of these high-performing teams. And the last part really is that I think from a managerial point of view, when you're talking to staff members, it can be quite difficult to take all the reports and actually go through report with that staff member in the staff room for 15 minutes. It's quite difficult to do. On the app, it's just in one place, and you can have one-to-one, very seamless one-to-one experiences with the staff members. Now, this is the part where I'm very, very excited, okay? This is our retain and grow part. So what we've done, just to recap, is we've given the client an amazing experience online. They've gone online, they've checked our online reputation, and they see it's a 5-star service. They've come into the salon. We've made it as simple as possible for them to book as well. They've come into the salon. We've offered an amazing experience all the way through. The customer experience has been seamless all the way through. Now they've left the salon, and it's time for us now to try and retain them and then grow their business going forward. At PHOREST, what we do is, this is the area we focus on. This is the area that we're best at. We create tools to help you do this. We create branded apps. So a branded app that's just for your salon. That could be it's matched to your branding. It's matched to whatever team you like as well. It gives an ability for your client to book online. It helps them meet the team. It's an amazing experience. We also provide you with email templates, email editors, SMS editors. We have an AI tool that will actually help you track the booking history of your clients. And if a client falls outside that booking history, we can put them into a dashboard for you to target as well. So we create multiple different tools, but the first one I'll start with is the Salon Branded App. With the Salon Branded App, it's an amazing experience for your clients then to have an application on their phone, and it makes you stickier to the client. But what really, really drives the Salon app, and I think, I hope will help drive the importance of it really, are these numbers. When we looked at people across the globe of salons who either use an app or don't use an app, we find that clients who book through an app are 35% more likely to return, okay? So what we mean by that is that if the more people we drive to an app, the more likely they are actually to return to our salon, the more loyal they become. So we know that we've got better retention. Also, we know that 13%, if you book on an application, you are 13% more likely to spend more within that salon. So really what that means is that if the booking experience is so easy on the app, they're more likely actually to book multiple different services there as well. So you won't get the one service, you'll maybe get two, and that increases the average spend of the client. And the last point as well, and I know we spoke about retail a bit, is that if we know from the data that if a client books online, they're 41% more likely to buy retail in the store then as well, which makes sense. If a client books online and they've paid for it, they're coming into the salon with more disposable income. They have money there to spend, and they were more likely to spend on product. If you have a bill, and if you've just charged for the service, adding product on top of that service can look quite expensive for somebody. So getting them to pay up front is more and more important. This is Joseph Anthony as well. I'll fly through this, but he was on the main screen, the first screen that we had. This is a Pennsylvania salon. He's a multi-site salon. He has 300 plus employees. He averages about 600 tickets a day. And he peaks at 1,000 tickets over his key times, which are around the Black Friday times. That's his busiest times then as well. 40% of Joseph Anthony's bookings go through the app. So you can imagine the push he had to do to get people onto the app, but also the return that he has now on retention, retail, and then on spend as well, okay? From the app as well, so if we have the app in the client's hands, sometimes what we can always forget about is direct marketing. And what I mean by that is that we spend more and more time on social media. We spend a lot of our marketing efforts on social media as well. But one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal when you have a client base is sending them the right message at the right time to the right person, okay? With PHOREST, what we give you is an email editor fully loaded with templates, seasonal templates for you to use whenever you want. And the power of it is we give you a real a segmentation tool, a filtering tool, which allow you to look at your client base and chop it into different segments for you to target. So if you want to target people who are maybe lost clients, people who haven't returned to the salon in the last 3 months, you can do that. If you want to target people who maybe are your top spenders, but they've decreased over time, they're not your top spender anymore, we can do that as well. If you want to target people potentially who are, let's say, big service buyers, but don't adopt to any product. Again, you can do that. You can sell all these multiple different campaigns. What we have in PHOREST Salon software, which really kind of distinguishes among anyone else, is that every salon that we have gets a dedicated business advisor. Their role is actually to help you adopt to the software, but help you get the most out of it and help you grow as a business. And this is where they're key. This is how they can help you do that. From there, I think the clicker's broke. Thank you. So we'll just run through some quick stats. You can tell I love stats. Maybe it's the 2 or 3 coffees I've had this morning that gets me a bit excited about the stats around this. But we've seen in the US, so I took this sample just from the US salons. What we found is that salons in 2020 who were regular users of email marketing achieved $35,000 over a year's period, okay? When I say regular users, what I mean is that they've sent 5 or more email campaigns throughout the whole year, okay? So I'm not saying that they sent every week, it's just that they sent one every 2 months or maybe one every quarter. And we've seen that they had significant returns on it. What we found then, when we looked at it at a campaign level, we looked at salons who used PHOREST, used our templates and segmented our base in the right way. With our help, we will help you do all this stuff. They achieved just over $2,000 per campaign that they sent in the US. And they made about 40 times return on their investment. Sorry, this is with SMS marketing. They made 40 times return on their investment. When we isolated into email marketing, the results were massive. I'm trying to think of a better word than massive, but they were huge. They really were. And what we seen we took the same sample in the US and in 2020, salons who sent 5 or more campaigns throughout the year, which isn't massively unachievable. This is maybe a newsletter once every 2 months. So we're not talking, massive activity. Achieved $74,000 in a year annualized. And we broke that down per campaign, it was about $3,500 as well. So again, there's massive, I'll just go back a sec. There is massive potential in actually using our direct marketing tools and targeting your clients in the right way, which again, we can help with. We will help with all of that. And then the last piece, well, I think there's maybe 2 more pieces before we move into evaluation. One key thing, I suppose, with PHOREST Salon software is that it's made just for the hair, beauty, and spa industry, okay? It's just made for that industry. So everything we do, when we build loyalty schemes, or we build e-commerce tools, or we build online gift vouchers, it has that view in mind constantly. So what we do in PHOREST, we have a loyalty scheme, and the way it works is that, I suppose we'll start from the start. The way most loyalty schemes work is you buy 10 of a certain product and you get the 11th free. It's a typical coffee shop method. But what we found in that was that if a client is going to you 10 times, they're already loyal. There's no reason to give them that 11th for free. And if you actually give a client their 11th service for free, you've essentially just discounted every service below that as well. So you're just discounting for when there was no need. What we do with PHOREST is it's a point-based system. But what we encourage then, when a client has reached a certain level, we gift them something that they've never had before. We either gift them a service they've never had before, a small service. It might be a hand massage, might be a head massage. But what we want is that we want to really expand the client's services. We want them to book more services with us. We don't just want the one service, we want 2. We want to increase their spend. We don't want to be discounting. So we've created this reward system called the 3 card. At the moment, there's 5 million end users using the 3 card across the world at the moment as well, okay? It's a massive, massive loyalty scheme, but it's just tailored towards salons. And this is the AI tool we're talking about, okay? So you can see from PHOREST, before I get into this, we really focus on the client journey from start to finish. We've got so many different tools within this area of retention and grow, okay? One of them here then is the AI tool I was talking about. It's called Client Reconnect. What we know in the industry is that when we're managing a big book of clients, it's very easy to lose a client, and then you actually don't know you've lost them until you see them walking down the high street, 6 months later, and realize they haven't been back into the salon. What we want to do is make sure that you're on top of all of your clients, that you know if they've left, you know when they're about to leave, and you know if they've just become a lost client, so you can get in contact with them straight away. The way Client Reconnect works is it looks at the average booking history of a client, and when somebody is with us 3 times or more, we look at what was the booking history between appointments 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5. We take the average booking times, and as soon as somebody hits their average booking time, if they don't have a service in place, we will send them an automatic prompt to say, it's time to rebook, it's time to come back into the salon. What we find is that cuts down, well, obviously it'll increase your retention rate, but it cuts down the number of lost clients. But this is a dashboard that works in the background. This is something you don't need to worry about. This will show you in the dashboard how many people are potentially lost clients. Now, this is the last stage is evaluate. Before we go into it, let's just recap and start from the start, and we can come into evaluation. So we've started off, we've created an unbelievable online reputation for our clients. We've got a 5-star rating on Google. When a salon searches salons in Dubai, your SEO has gone really high, means that you're very, very searchable. Your online reputation matches your offline reputation now. We've made it as easy as possible for your clients then to book online. They've booked online, they've come into us. We've now offered a consultation form to be pre-sent to the client before they even come in. So we've increased that customer service tenfold, because it means they don't have to worry about anything when they come in, and they can just enjoy the service as they come in. You've provided the amazing 5-star service that you always do. And at the very end, we've given you an ability then to check that client out in the chair and add products as well, okay? When they've left the salon, we've given you multiple different tools then to make sure that you are retaining the client but also growing their average bill. And the last part of this whole customer journey is then the evaluation part, okay? What we want to make sure is that at every stage of that journey, you know what's happening, you know what efforts you're doing, and what impact that is having on your business as well. We want to be able to tell you what percentage of your clients are new clients, what is your retention rate, what is your rebooking rate. We want to make sure we can say what is your split between service and product in terms of revenue. We want to show you what your average spend is per client. We also want to show you what the number of services that a client would typically have in your salon as well. You can do this all through PHOREST Salon software. It's all in the dashboards for you to do it. Again, you get a salon business advisor who will help you with all this stuff and help you evaluate your business and what your next stages should be. But we also provide you with a thing called PHOREST Agile Reporting. This is where, if you really want to delve deep into the key metrics of your salon, what we want to offer you the ability is to create your own dashboards and show what you want to see. So if you're a salon who are really consultation focused, we want to be able to show you that of every consultation that you provided, what percentage of them then booked a service, or what percentage of them then actually went on to purchase retail. And we can show you this in PHOREST Agile Reporting. You can build your own dashboards here, or we can build them for you. But we give you the ability then to do that as well. I'm going to finish on this slide. I know I've got this big red clock showing that I need to finish soon. But I wanted to pull some stats to show you what the impact actually working with PHOREST will have on the business. The first one is that, again, I'm going to read down, so I'm not being rude, I'm just going to read down. We receive salons who use PHOREST receive, on average, 135 new reviews annually on Google or Facebook. It's your ability on the software. You can push your traffic to Facebook, you can push it through Google. It's whatever your salon needs. But on average, you achieve about 135%. We know that salons who use email marketing through our software will achieve, on average, then $90,000. That's globally as well. Okay, this is across the UK, across Ireland, across Germany, across now the UAE. We've got Australia and the US. We know that on average, salons make 40 times their investment when they do send direct marketing campaigns through the software as well. We know that when we provide a Salon Branded App to clients, and we'll help you with the launch of it, we'll help you show you what it looks like, and we'll help you market it to your clients. But we know that salons who do have an app and are driving bookings through it have a 38% higher retention rate as well for your salon. We know that we can reduce no-shows by 33%. From providing things like online booking, from providing appointment reminders. We can do this, we can bring that number down for you. And again, what we say is that 38% pay their annual software subscription by actively booking at-risk clients. What that means is that we have that tool with Client Reconnect. And we know that if you just use that one tool across all the tools that I showed you today, that you will, 38% of people can pay for PHOREST and more just by using that one tool, okay? That has been PHOREST Salon Software. Thank you very much. But if there's any questions, do raise your hand, and I'm more than happy to help, or I can hang around here after. We're in Hall 7. We're on stand G13 as well. My name is Luke, but thank you very much, everyone. It's been a pleasure.